Imagine this, a dusty path somewhere in Chhattisgarh, central India. And there's a woman, khaki uniform, walking fast, looking determined, no fear in her eyes, even with, potential danger all around in the jungle. This isn't just some movie scene. It's the start of a really powerful, heartbreaking, but ultimately inspiring story we're diving into today. It gets right into the meaning of duty, sacrifice, and that unbreakable family bond.
Exactly. And this deep dive, it's based entirely on this incredibly compelling narrative we got from a YouTube video transcript. So our mission today is really to unpack it all, pull out the core ideas about love, loss, legacy. It's a story that, honestly, it reshapes how you think about protection, about promises, how one massive sacrifice can just ignite a whole lifetime of purpose for someone else.
Okay, let's get into it then. At the center, we have IPS Ridhima Singh. She's 32, an Indian Police Service officer posted in Danteshwara, Chhattisgarh. The sources paint her as, well, formidable, disciplined, patriotic, sharp eyes, strong will. But you look through this source, what really jumped out at you about her character, especially balancing that tough job with her personal life.
That's a great question, because what's fascinating is under that uniform, she's this loving older sister. Her brother, Arjun, he's 24, studying medicine MBBS back in Patna. And their background is quite poignant. Their dad passed when Arjun was just 7. Rithima, only 22 then, studying for the big civil service exams, the UPSC. She basically took responsibility for Arjun, for their mother, Meena Devi. She studied at Lucknow University, trained in Jhansi and Delhi, then got posted to Chhattisgarh. So yeah, it's that mix, fierce duty, deep personal care, that really sets the scene.
It's incredible, isn't it? And that personal care really comes through with this tradition, Raksha Bandhan. Her promise to Arjun, for anyone listening who might not know, Raksha Bandhan is a big Indian festival. Sisters tie a thread, a Rakhi on their brother's wrists. It's about love, protection. And Ridhima, for 5 years straight, she always made it happen. No matter the posting, the duty, border ops, minister security, even transfers.
Her dedication was, well, extraordinary. The source paints such a clear picture, using helicopters, trains, buses, even taking fake leave, it says, just so Arjun could tie that Rakhi on her wrist. It shows you, beyond just the act itself, the depth of her commitment to that bond. It was almost sacred. And Arjun, always playful, would say, "And Didi, that means elder sister, my Rakhi on your wrist." It was their thing, their ritual.
But then, this year, August comes, and nothing. No call, no gift from Rithima. Arjun has to call her, and her response is quite stern, right? Arjun, situations are different. Naxalite activity has increased. My leading this operation is essential. This is that first really tough choice we see, isn't it? Personal bonds versus critical duty.
Yeah, and you can just hear Arjun pushing back playfully, "But I'm your little brother. I need to tie a Rakhi." Then that silence from Rithima, followed by her painful decision, "I won't be able to come this time, Arjun, but next time I'll bring you myself to tie it. Promise."
It just perfectly illustrates that awful choice people in service roles face. Sometimes personal ties have to give way. And Arjun, he feels hurt, cuts the call, stops talking for days. He's upset she chose duty. He has no idea how serious her mission is.
Right. And that mission, Operation Sharni, which means lioness, it was heating up fast in Danteshwara. 2 Jawans, soldiers, had already been killed. Tell us more about the scale and danger here. Oh, it was incredibly dangerous. Rithima's team, 18 STF commandos, special task force, plus a local guide. They had to go deep into the jungle, destroy a Naxalite camp. And Naxalites, just for context, are a Maoist insurgent group known for armed conflict. What made this mission stand out, too, was that it was the first time a female officer was commanding such a high-stakes, dangerous operation. And the source gives us this little window into her thoughts the night before.
Yeah, this really hit me. The night before, she opens an old diary, holds Arjun's first Rakhi from 2005, all faded now, and she whispers, "Everything is for you, Arjun, but sometimes duty is bigger than a brother." Then she tries one last time, texts Arjun. "Mission tomorrow, might not get network. Wait for Rakhi, then video call." But Arjun, still upset, doesn't reply. That internal conflict, that unanswered text. What does it tell us about the human cost even before the fighting starts?
It's heartbreaking, isn't it? It just lays bare the huge emotional weight people in these roles carry. She's wrestling with that deep personal love versus this profound sense of national duty that whisper, duty is bigger than a brother. It's not casual. It's a painful justification almost, something driving her towards sacrifice. And Arjun's silence. It's just tragic irony. The person she's doing it all for can't understand in that moment. Adds another layer of quiet sadness.
So the next morning, the operation starts. Ridhima, full gear, rifle, stern face hiding, that sisterly worry, leads her team in. They find the camp empty at first, then boom, Naxalites open fire. Rithima leads the charge. 4 Naxalites are killed. But then a grenade explodes near her, severe shoulder injury, and the source specifies phosphorus, internal burning.
Yeah.
That detail is chilling. What kind of resilience does it take to keep going after that?
That phosphorus detail is crucial. It means it wasn't just a surface wound, it was deep, spreading damage inside. Yet, despite this horrific injury, Rithima's resilience was, well, incredible. She kept leading, cleared the jungle in 2 hours. The government called the operation a huge success. But this isn't just physical toughness, it's mental, spiritual fortitude, a complete focus on the mission, beyond pain, beyond the threat of death even. Her sense of duty was just stronger than anything physical.
But the victory came at a terrible cost. That night, her condition worsened rapidly. The poison spread. She's airlifted to Raipur, straight to the ICU. And the news breaks on TV. Arjun sees it. He rushes from Patna to Raipur, takes the train, gets there, and the news from the doctor, Dr. Ali, is grim. Phosphorus poisoning. Survival chances are very low. Needs a miracle, basically.
And it's the night of August 15th. The next day is Rakhi. Arjun still has the Rakhi he bought for her, and a letter he wrote. "You are the bravest sister, Didi, but you are also mine." So poignant. He gets just 2 minutes in the ICU. The machine's beeping. He quietly ties the Rakhi on her wrist, whispers, "Didi, my Rakhi has always protected you. It will protect you this time, too."
Okay.
Then he just sits outside on the hospital stairs all night in the rain, waiting. That act, it speaks volumes about their bond, even facing the inevitable.
Absolutely. It's that last desperate act of love, of hope against all odds. And then it happens. 6:35 a.m., the monitor stops beeping. Dr. Ali confirms it. Rithima, who fought 11 Naxalites, walked 14 kilometers injured. She's gone. Arjun is just numb, no tears. The source describes this absolute silence in the hospital.
So what happens next? What does this mean for Arjun, for her legacy? This takes us to the third part, the unbreakable vow. Dr. Ali gives Arjun this small white envelope addressed, "Only for Arjun if I don't return." Inside, a childhood photo, them laughing, and on the back, a note, "You will always be my little one, even if you become a big doctor."
And then the letter itself. Rithima's words, just raw. Apologizing for breaking the Rakhi promise. Explaining she had to protect many sisters of this country. Instructing him, "If I don't return, don't cry. Tie that Rakhi on my pyre and say my sister kept her promise. And yes, take care of Ma, their mother. You are not alone. You are made of an IPS's strength. Never say, I wish she hadn't gone because I wanted to go so no one else's Rakhi remains unfulfilled." And the ink. The source says it was wet, suggesting she wrote it right at the end. That letter. What does it tell us about her ultimate purpose?
That letter is her final word, really. It cements her life's purpose. It directly links her personal sacrifice to this universal mission protecting many sisters. It elevates her duty beyond just the soldier's role. It's like she's extending her Rakhi promise to the whole country. And that detail about the wet ink, it's agonizing. It suggests this conscious final act, writing through the pain. It transforms her death from just a tragedy into this deliberate, heroic act.
It's an absolutely gut-wrenching detail. Just cements her legacy. And Arjun, he clutches the letter. And finally, that raw grief breaks through. A guttural scream, Didi!
Yeah.
All that suppressed emotion just bursts out. And this leads to a very public moment.
Right. Rithima's body is brought to Lucknow, full guard of honor. Thousands line the streets. People see her as a symbol of Nari Shakti, woman power. Arjun stands there silently by the pyre. He's wearing a police cap, the Rakhi still in his pocket. A very solemn, quiet moment before his declaration.
This is really the turning point, isn't it? Grief transforming into public purpose. The chief minister asks if Rithima had a last wish. Arjun pulls out the Rakhi in front of everyone, the cameras. He says, "I used to tie this Rakhi on Didi's wrist every year, but this time she's gone. So I will tie it on her pyre because that was her promise, and I won't let it be unfulfilled." The whole crowd is moved to tears. The media captures him kneeling, tying the Rakhi on her hand on the pyre. What's the deeper insight here about grief and making a public vow like that?
It's a huge pivot. It's not just private mourning anymore. It's a public acceptance of her sacrifice, a vow to honor it, a commitment to her legacy made visible. And the fact that the photo went viral, messages like, sister is not just her brothers, but a daughter of the nation. Those who protect this country are worthy of Rakhi. It shows how one person's sacrifice can resonate, create this collective sense of purpose. And right then, Arjun declares, "Now I will also become a protector, like you, Didi."
Wow. What a moment. And he acts on it immediately, cancels his medical school plans, enrolls in civil service coaching. His mother questions him, understandably. His reply, "Now I want to be Didi, who leaves no one incomplete, even by giving her life." The next year, he tops the state civil service exams. And in his main UPSC interview, he just says, "I don't want to be an IPS. I want to be Ridhima Singh." left the board speechless. The source calls it an interview given by a brother, not a candidate. This isn't just changing careers, is it? It's a whole redefinition of who he is.
You're absolutely right. This is where grief fully transforms into purpose. This leads us into our fourth section, the living legacy. It's almost a textbook case of post-traumatic growth. He doesn't just cope, he channels that loss into this living mission, finds a new identity in her legacy in service. His goal isn't personal ambition anymore. It's about carrying on her spirit, saying, I want to be Rithima Singh. It's like he's absorbed her identity, her values, her mission into himself.
And her presence is just everywhere in his new life. Every morning, his phone wallpaper is that photo of him tying the Rakhi on her pyre. He lives by that mantra, Rithima Singh Amar Rahe, long live Rithima Singh.
And it's not just personal. That photo starts appearing in schools, police stations, training academies, a symbol of sacrifice, inspiration. The Arjun from before, stubborn, maybe angry, he's gone, replaced by this fierce drive to give back to the country the sister it lost. His dedication sounds immense, studying 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. at an institute in Ranchi.
He really threw himself into it. And the source mentions this incredibly moving ritual he had. Every few hours, he'd write letters to Rithima, update her on his studies, memorize 76 IPC sections today, good right, Indian Penal Code sections, or share his feelings. Read an Naxal victim's report, cried. How did you bear it all, Didi? What does that ritual tell us about how he's processing everything?
It's a profound insight, I think, into how grief can fuel purpose. These aren't just letters, they're an ongoing conversation. It's his way to process, stay connected, find strength. He's not just learning facts, he's living the values she died for. She's an active guide for him. And his mother, Meena Devi, finds her own quiet way, creates a memorial corner uniform, cap, medals, lights a lamp every Monday. When Arjun felt exhausted, he'd sit there, hold Rithima's cap, almost hear her voice. Won't let you weaken, Arjun. He even names his whole study journey Mission Rithima. No shortcuts, driven by her values, and he ranks in the national top 10. Incredible.
The media naturally is fascinated. They ask, how does it feel to be Rithima Singh's brother? And his response is so powerful. Now, she's not my sister, she's my identity. That just says it all, doesn't it?
It really does. It's that complete fusion. He doesn't just carry her memory, he embodies her legacy. He gets sent for training to the same police academy. Rithima went to SVP, NPA in Hyderabad, even gets assigned the same room she had. He'd sit there for hours holding his Rakhi, just reaffirming that vow to be a protector. Took 0 days off during training. When people asked why he was so serious, he said, a Rakhi is still tied inside me that stops me from giving up every day. That internal drive.
And it all culminates at the passing out parade. His mother's there, grief and pride mixed together. Arjun salutes, then places his Rakhi on his cap. Thunderous applause. Later at a press conference, he makes his posting choice clear. Chhattisgarh. Where my Didi went but didn't return, now I will return, but by bringing every girl back. That's choosing to walk right into her mission, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's deeply personal, not just professional duty. He gets posted to Rahima's old district, her old police station. The villagers greet him like, now no daughter will remain incomplete, sir. In his office, a big photo of Rithima goes up. The inscription, Raksha Bandhan ka asli matlab. The true meaning of Raksha Bandhan is protection, redefining it for everyone.
And a new tradition starts. Every Raksha Bandhan, village girls come tie Rakhi on him. He tells them, now I'm not just an IPS, I'm someone's Rithima too. A year later, he launches this program, Rakhi Suraksha Yojana, Rakhi Protection Scheme. Connects every village girl with a security officer for protection. She ties a Rakhi on that officer each year. Thousands of girls at the first event. Arjun's wearing the same Rakhi he put on his sister's pyre. Says it reminds him of her sacrifice, his daily debt. A little girl ties a Rakhi on him, calls him Baya to thousands of children. Elder brother. He calls her my new Rithima. The legacy becomes real, systemic.
And this story keeps unfolding, creating what we're calling the final section, the eternal Rakhi. Just 2 days before the next Rakhi festival, this 8-year-old girl, Santhia, runs into the station crying, says her aunt tried to sell her. After calming down, Santhia says something unbelievable. Rithima Didi told me in a dream that Arjun Bai is waiting, urged her to run to him. What's the significance of that?
It's chilling, but also incredibly inspiring. Arjun drops a glass, the source says. He hears his sister's childhood promise. Any trouble, Arjun, I'm here, right? Echoed through this little girl. It's like this invisible connection, reaffirming her spirit is still there, guiding, protecting.
He launches an investigation immediately, uncovers a huge human trafficking ring targeting orphaned village girls, and the twist. The gang's base is at the same crossroads where Rithima used to drop him off for school, where she told him, the path can change, Arjun, but not the intention. This case becomes intensely personal for him, his personal war. It shows how deep that emotional connection to his duty runs.
He bypasses the usual media circus, runs a week-long operation. During the raid, there's a shootout, 2 officers injured. Arjun confronts the criminals yelling, "No one who has made a single daughter cry will leave this place alive today." Intense. After 5 hours, 13 arrests, 11 girls freed. And then he finds a room with a photo of Rathima on the wall. The gang knew who she was, the officer who ruined their previous setup. Arjun, just filled with rage, tears the photo down. That anger, it feels like her fight continuing through him, right?
It absolutely is. It's raw, visceral, his personal war made real. And it confirms Rathima's impact. They feared her. Just then, Santi runs in. "Aya, I'm free now, right?" He hugs her, promises, "No harm will come to you now. This is Arjun Haya's promise." When the media asks later why he acted without official clearance, he says, "When you've sworn on your sister's name, you don't ask for permission," directly tied to that original vow.
The very next day is Raksha Bandhan. Arjun holds a small ceremony for Sandhya and the other rescued girls. Each one ties a Rakhi on him. He gives Sandhya Ridhima's letter. "This is your Rakhi too, Sandhya. Keep it safe." Passing on that legacy of protection.
That evening, he goes to Ritham's memorial, takes out the Rakhi he'd worn since childhood, places it on the earth there, whispers, "Didi, you're not alone now. Hundreds of Rakhis are tied in your name, and I've protected each one like you." He feels this. Presence. Here's a whisper almost. "You kept your promise, Arjun. You're not just my brother, but the protector of every sister in this country."
He bows his head, says, "My wrist is never empty, Didi, because in every Rakhi, it's you."
Wow. So what's the final ripple effect of all this? It's truly transformed the area. In Chhattisgarh, because of Arjun's mission, Rakhi Raksha, girls feel safer. They go to school, cycle to college. The community trusts him differently. Arjun Bhaiya won't take them to the station. He'll give them justice. Rithima's gone, physically. But her spirit, embodied in that Rakhi, keeps binding onto new wrists. Arjun feels her presence in everyone. It just shows how these strong bonds, they aren't just personal. They can reach out, touch a whole nation, turn grief into this incredible force for protection.
It's an incredible journey, Arjun and Ridhima. It really shows how sacrifice can truly ignite purpose, how one person's commitment can change a whole community. Just a powerful story about love, loss, and the kind of legacy that can grow from immense grief.
Absolutely. And it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? What Rakhi, what promise are you tying or maybe breaking in your own life? What commitments do you keep, not just to people close to you, but maybe to a larger community, a cause? How can one act of profound love or even profound loss reshape your whole path and ripple out in ways you can't even imagine? Something powerful to